All right, that says we're rolling. So, yes, the subject line for the description of this video is obviously pretty strange because we're in Denver and Denver doesn't really have tornadoes, right? Well, a few over the course of my lifetime, but we certainly had one last week. So, I certainly want you guys to understand that this isn't unique to a tornado. There are all kinds of issues that could happen, major events, catastrophic events, those kinds of things that could impact your home. And that's really what this video series, these homeowners tips are about, is really protecting that asset because, well, it's likely the biggest one that you have. I know that my home certainly is. So we did have a tornado, strangely enough, run through our neighborhood last week, and we did fare much better than a lot of our neighbors. I'm happy to say, although certainly concerns for some of them and what their damage repair will be, what their mitigation will be. And we did have some issues, but not like our neighbors who had enormous trees blown over on their houses or neighbors' houses or cars or those kinds of things. But we did suffer some damage to our trees, nothing where they were toppled over, but obviously lost a lot of branches. And then things like outdoor lighting and sighting and flashing and roofing and so on and so forth. So we did the normal process, filed a claim with our homeowners insurance company. They're obviously very busy in my area right now, so we're still waiting to set up an appointment with the adjuster. We will have that meeting with the gentleman from the company that does the roofing and gutters and those kinds of things. And that's a long-standing relationship that I have with the owner of that company. And if you'd like their information, I'm certainly happy to give it. But we will be using Just Roofs and Gutters as the name of the company. And big thanks to Brian and Di Friend, who own that company and have been a big part of my life long before that and for a number of other reasons and cycles and interactions. So we'll do that, and we'll probably have to replace the roof and some of the siding and the flashing and window screens and exterior lights. And I know our deck took a bit of a beating on all the railings and that kind of thing, and we will go from there. But I think one of the important things to understand right now, to understand at this point, is that you need to know what your homeowner's insurance actually covers. The good thing is that there are a number of riders, and we have one of them that will probably come into play as supplemental when it comes to covering this kind of damage. And it's also important to know that when it comes to homeowners insurance and catastrophic storms, these kinds of events, that you actually have a year to file the claim. So when something does happen, when you're in the path of a tornado, that sounds crazy, or a hailstorm, obviously that's very common, and other kinds of weather related incidents. I remember a bomb cyclone years ago that took out a giant tree in our yard and may have caused some subsequent damage as a result of that, those kinds of things. But you do have a year to file that claim. So do note the date and time. Do review your homeowner's insurance. And if you're not the kind of person that would read through an entire insurance policy, then just talk to your insurance agent, talk to your insurance broker, and go through that so that you are comfortable with what is being covered, that you understand what will be covered in the event of some kind of catastrophe like this. And that's basically it for this time around. And thank you to Mother Nature for, well, certainly ruining my relaxing weekend last weekend, and certainly for providing me some additional content to get another homeowners video, another homeowner tip video put together for you guys. So that's it. If you have questions about how to address these things, certainly don't hesitate to ask. If you have questions about who to talk to when it comes to your insurance, when it comes to getting the damage repaired, those kinds of things, again, don't hesitate to ask. This video only goes out to our clients, so thank you for your patronage, and hope you guys are well, and hopefully not too many of you were victims of that storm. We'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.